Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you with the 400th episode of Diecast Weekly. And it might be the last. Not that I'm going to stop making videos, I just have been giving it a lot of thought, and I am possibly thinking of discontinuing this series of videos in favor of maybe some more frequent uploads of different types of videos. I've been debating it for a while. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've got a lot of stuff to show you. I think this format's gotten a little stale. I'm not having as much fun with it. And I think it just might be time to do something a little bit different. And I'm not saying that the videos will end or anything like that. And comment down below, let me know what you think. But just as an example, I loved doing the eBay search video a long time ago. That was really fun to do that. I'd like to do some more focused videos where we look at one particular brand of diecast and open some stuff up and talk about it. All sorts of stuff. Looking at weird stuff, like the stuff that Jay sends me, all that stuff, like kind of like compiling it maybe a little bit and doing a video with that. Doing specific series videos and stuff like that. Stuff that I did kind of before, I guess, Diecast Weekly episodes, or stuff that I've always done as ancillary videos to the Diecast Weekly episode. I don't know. I might do some diecast news, might talk about the state of the hobby, might talk more of opinionated stuff. I don't know. I've got a lot of ideas on a sheet and, on a note or whatever, and I just don't know. I might. I'm thinking about it. I guess if you see me doing a Diecast Weekly next week, you'll know I'm putting it off another week. But, that's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking of just, doing more videos. It'll be more frequent uploads. You'll get more videos from me. They just might be kind of split up throughout the week. And I'll probably still release one every Saturday at least. But it won't be this format, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. You guys let me know in the comments down below. So now that we set the somber tone for this episode, well, it shouldn't be somber. It could be exciting. It could be more fun. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get into what I'm going to look at what we're going to look at this week. And then, I want you guys to let me know in the comments. What do you think? How would you rather digest the diecast? All in this one, you never know what you're going to get. Kind of pell-mell video of random stuff that I just decide to show you for the week, which is fun. Or, some shorter, more focused videos. There'll still be some random stuff videos here and there. And we'll do some stuff with the camera facing me where I'll give my opinion on some stuff. We'll flip it around. We'll look at the stuff. We'll still do all of that, but it just won't be the Diecast Weekly. I'm just thinking the 400th episode, it might be a good one. Just to kind of hang her up maybe on that particular format. Try something new. See what it does for the channel. See if it grows it a little bit. And, it's been a year of new things for me so far. And I thought maybe this should be it too. Maybe we'll do that. All right. So after rambling, let's go ahead and get into what we're going to look at today. I got some pretty cool stuff. Nothing earth-shattering for the 400th episode. Kind of anticlimactic in that regard. But I got a lot of really cool stuff, and I kind of want to do specific videos on that stuff. So back to that. So I want to dedicate some more time to talking about a specific item or a specific set of items or a specific weird Chinese brand. And I got all this weird stuff from AliExpress, and I haven't shown it, a lot of it on here because I've been like, maybe I should do a dedicated video to that. And I kind of been debating that back and forth in my head, and that's kind of what led me to this conclusion. You guys will have to let me know, and I guess you'll let me know either way with how many views I start getting on those videos and if my channel views start to decline. If they start to increase, then maybe I made the right decision. I don't know. You guys let me know. I really appreciate a lot of people that have been with me through all 400 episodes, and there are a few of you, and I really do appreciate that, and the people that have been with me for a long time. Hopefully you keep watching the channel, and please be honest about your opinion, what you think, because I value it. All right. Let's get into it. So starting with Jay, we're actually going to start with Jay. So Jay sends me a box, pretty much every week, right? He did send me a set of cars that I purchased from him that I'm not showing today because I think I'm going to do a separate video on those. But I got a couple things from him we are going to look at today, and one is a sweet fresh cherries. I love these. This is a 1970 Ford Maverick. Very cool. Fresh cherries are so neat. You know, we could do, again, I'm going back to it, but I could do a collection deep dive sometime, and we could look into, I'd have time to do stuff like that, where we can look at my whole collection of these. I could show you everything I have. We can really, you know, look at the whole breadth of assortment of these cars. And I think that might be more fun. That might be more my style. I don't know. We'll see. All right, but anyway, I'm excited to add this to the collection. That's pretty cool. I definitely dig that. The next thing he sent me was this majorette. Majorette, I love old majorette. And we got a little front-end loader. Pretty nifty. Pretty nifty old majorette. I love this old majorette card. I think it's cool. I always try to find a year on these things, and I don't see one on here. But we're going to open that up. He sent me that. He sent me the last Ultra Hot that I was missing, and now I think I have the whole set. Actually, maybe I don't. I don't know if I've got that pink Dodge Demon. Now that I'm looking at the back of it, I'm going to have to put the set together and take a look at it. I could do a video. Hey, here's all the Ultra Hots so far. I mean, that might be fun. Maybe it wouldn't be, but I think it'd be kind of cool. But anyway, it just would open up a lot more variety, and I'd have time to do that stuff. And we're going to talk about it the entire time today, so I'm sorry. That's going to get annoying. So, Johnny Lightning Indianapolis Champions Collection. Oldsmobile Pace Car and the Johnny Lightning 1970 Al Unser winner. That's pretty cool. So we got that guy. Look at that little Indy car. And that Olds 442. So we're going to open up that. So that's the stuff we got from Jay. I'm going to kind of catch up my collection of Boulevard, which is cool. I got these at the last Diecast meet that we had. And I picked up, and these are all from like various sets, so I got to kind of put them together here. So actually 3 are from whatever this wave was. I got number 80, number 79, and number 78. So we got the GMC Cyclone right there. Pretty nifty. We've got the Lancer Evo 6. That's cool. And then the Toyota AE86 Sprinter Chereno right here. So I think I'm missing the Mercedes-Benz C63 Coupe, unless I do have that, which I might. I'll have to look. And the Holden Torana, I know I'm missing that one for sure. And then I'll have this 5-car set complete. And then I got this guy, the Volkswagen Caddy. And this is from a set. Oh, I definitely do not have that Mercedes-Benz, because I was thinking of a yellow car. I've got the Subaru Impreza. I've got that one. I'm missing now, so I got this, the Volkswagen Caddy, and I'm missing 2 other cars from the set. I'm missing the Dodge Van, and I'm missing the one that's going to be the hardest to get is that Super Silhouette. And actually, that Dodge Van's probably going to be kind of difficult to get as well. But I'm missing both of those, so I'll have to get those added to that set, and then I'll be caught up with this 5-car set. I think there's some others that I'm still missing, but that could be a video. I don't know. Just saying. All right. I found some Matchbox moving parts, and I don't know I forget what's all in this wave. I think the Lamborghini's in this wave. I do not have that, but I do have the Ford Focus 2008, the Mazda RX-7. Pretty cool. And then that one's actually really neat. And then the Mustang Boss 302. So I've got those 3. And to be real honest with you, I'm not even sure how many cars are in a set of these. I actually don't even know. I know I've watched a video. I've watched, I think, a Lamley video on the assortment of these, and I just can't remember. But all right, so there's that. And then I've got a Johnny Lightning collector tin car. This is a 1967 Pontiac GTO. And this is in the collector tin 2022 release 2, version A this is. And it's a Pontiac GTO in gold. I believe I have it in the other color. Pretty sure I do. But again, that could be another video. I collect Johnny Lightning GTOs, Firebirds, stuff like that. A lot of different of that stuff. And, you know, again, it might be cool to do a collection deep dive, and we'll take a look at everything. You know, I had a lot of fun doing that recent Auto World video I just did. You know, I could do stuff like that. I have very limited time to spend on this channel, and I think it'd be better spent in a variety of videos instead of the same thing over and over again. I think that's a pretty good case for it. But you guys will have to let me know. All right. Oldsmobile, Hearst, Harry, Olds. I picked this up at our monthly meet. Pretty sick little Johnny Lightning. I don't even know why I grabbed this off the pegs, but this Fast and Furious. So there's a new Fast and Furious set that's out. And let me tell you, the Mustang, pretty easy to find. The Gran Torino Sport, really easy to find. The BMW M3, actually, that's pretty easy to find too. But what I'm not finding is the Toyota Soarer. Toyota Soarer or the Nissan Silvia, which I don't think the Silvia I don't really care about because that's like a retread. But that Soarer, I haven't seen that at all. I've seen a lot of these, none of that Soarer. So that one is getting hoarded completely. Don't have that one. I will get it eventually, but I mean, that's one I do want. All right, but we're going to look at that Mustang. This is a retread. I don't know if there's anything different from the last time it was released, but we're going to open it anyway. I got a couple of auto rolled square bodies. You got to have a square body in the possibly last Diecast Weekly episode. And a Weekend of Wheels and a Diecast Z Riverside square body. So I got these two hobby releases. Diecastrum, my buddy, got me these. Thank you very much. So we will take a look at those. And then I found a Greenlight at Hobby Lobby, and I picked it up. Look at that. I looked at that and I'm like, dang, that's cool. That's really cool. I'm going to grab it. And I did. 1976 Ford Mustang 2 Cobra 2. It looks really cool. So I am stoked actually to get that one open. That was a really cool looking car. And I got a couple of more Greenlight for this. We got the Showroom Floor Series 4, the 2023 Ford Mach-E California Route 1. I picked this one up because it's a brand new casting. I got it from my buddy's SC Diecast. So shout out to those guys. They will continue to help me out and probably get me some stuff for the channel occasionally here and there. They give me good deals on stuff and we shout them out. They're sort of local to me. So we got that. I've actually had that for months and I just haven't opened it. And then Keep On Vannin', a 1977 Dodge B100. This I got from them as well. So pretty nifty there. We're still in the golden age of diecast. There's so much stuff to look at. I've just opened up to like looking at like AliExpress and stuff, looking at all these weird Chinese brands, all this other stuff. So we are going to check that stuff out, probably in separate videos. Let's flip the camera on. Let's look at this stuff up close. And like I said, I value y'all's opinion. So let me know. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be missed a little bit, but it's okay. We'll still do stuff. We'll still hang out. It'll be fun. And if it's not, I can always go back. I can always start it again, you know? Nothing saying I can't. All right. Let's flip the camera around. Let's look at this stuff. All right. So let's start this second half of the video by taking a peek first at this Porsche 934.5 Ultra Hot. And I'm pretty sure if there's any other one that I'm missing, it's the 71 Dodge Demon. That might be the last one that I do not have. I'll have to look into it. I'll have to put the collection together, maybe do a video. We'll see. All right. So very, very cool to get this one. This one was impossible to find, and my buddy Jay hooked me up with it. Of course, he, I think, got quite a few of them when they came out, and I am just so stoked to finally get one for the collection. Very, very cool. I think my buddy Brian had one aside for me too, but if I end up with a second one, I will not be heartbroken. This thing is super, super cool. So you can see my reflection in the background. Yay. So anywho, really, really neat. Dig it. I like the casting. I love Porsche diecast. I got a ton of it. And I love this Ultra Hot series, which I've talked about at length in previous videos, but I just dig it. I get so much more excited about these little sub-series Hot Wheels that are basics, that are sort of basic, sort of premium. I get so excited about those. I more so than premium series. I don't know. I got a thing for sharp tampos. You know, graphics that are kind of crisp. Yeah, they're not perfect, but I mean they're crisp. They're not, printed on a remember like Apple IIgs and Print Shop? They don't look like that. They look like they're like screen printed or something. It's good. It's good. I like it. I like this car. I like those Hot Wheels. All right, so we'll set that one over there. And then let's look at this weird-ass majorette. So here, this is made in Thailand. It is the front-end loader majorette. I like older majorette. This was sold at Kmart for what appears to be maybe 86 cents, something like that. And here's your front-end loader. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. I thought that the loader bit of it would be plastic, and it isn't. This is metal. This is metal. This is plastic on the base, but the rest of this bad boy is metal. That's cool. I dig it. I don't know. I like weird stuff. This is a weird thing, so thank you, Jay, so much. There's a list here on the back of all these other different cars that you can try to find and collect. And that's neat, too. I love when they put the full series of stuff on the back. That's why I wish Matchbox would do that. They don't do it with the opening parts. It makes it harder for me. I don't want to look it up online. But yeah, so there's the loader. The loader's pretty nifty. Let's look at the Matchbox moving parts real quick while we're at it. We might as well. We've got this guy here, this Ford 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 302 in this plastic-free packaging. I dig that. I think it's cool. I like this packaging. I think this packaging is nice. I like that it can just sit like that. I kind of like that the part of the car is exposed. I really don't mind that as long as they don't get, destroyed. And I don't really think I've seen them get destroyed. So that's kind of neat. They got like this egg carton thing going on. It's kind of cool. And I'm all for it. I don't mind it. I think it's neat. I think it's neat. And but I just wish they would put all the cars in the particular wave on the back. So in the store, I could just look quick at the back of a card and know what I'm missing. That would be nice. So if anybody from Mattel ever watches any of these videos, would you just do that, please? It would be sweet. All right, so we've got this Mustang. It's black, gray base, plastic tires. It's a nice looking Mustang. It really is. And it's got an opening hood, and it's got really good detail underneath the hood as well. And we've got that dot matrix kind of print stuff going on under there. I really don't care though, because it's under there. It's not a big deal. It's not super apparent or anything like that. You got standards like tampos, pad printed, whatever you want to call it. Don't know the process. Comment on it all the time. Not an expert, but it looks good. That looks good. Dot matrix stuff, bad. That good. It'd be nice if it had some rear, more so rear than the front graphics. I think that would look really cool. If they could do that as opposed to the graphics under the hood, that might be more of a benefit to my taste of collecting. But this one's got a nice opening hood feature, and it does open. It shuts really good. So that's a win. It's cool. All right. Then we got the Ford, if I can grab it without dropping here, the Ford Focus RS. This is a new for 2024 moving parts model, so I'm assuming this is the first release of it. And again, I don't know what I'm missing. You got to go look it up on the internet, which, of course I use the internet all the time, but it would be nice to just have it right on the back of the card, so that, again, when you're in a store, you can just quickly look at the back of the card and be like, oh, that's the one. Yep, that's the one that's going to be tough to find. Definitely that Lamborghini, if that's what it is in this set. I think it is. And even put like what the chases on the back maybe, or don't. I don't really care, but it would be nice. If I don't even know what the deal is with moving parts chases. I know they're in some waves and not in some others, and they're just kind of strange. So let's take a look at this casting. First time. So pretty basic style Matchbox. We got graphical details for the front, which look okay. It's got a little dot matrix stuff going on. These are made in Thailand, right? Yeah. And we got Tampo. So they use like a weird mix of the two printing options, because then we got this. And under the hood, that looks really cool. So I am digging that. It's pretty neat. See, that Ford logo is just atrocious. And if it was a Tampo and not the weird printing thing, it would look better. I actually think the back is a Tampo. And although it doesn't look that great, it looks smudged and whatnot. It's very small. It looks way better than the front. I mean, look at that. Front, back. Weird. So this is kind of a weird example where they use both processes on the outside of the car. At least it appears to be that that's what they've done. So that's a little weird. The car's kind of cool. It does have kind of a big old hood gap in the front, which is a little obnoxious. But it's still kind of neat that they did that car. And then we have the Mazda RX-7. I think this one originally came out in white, probably. I think. Take a peek at it. It's nice. You can just kind of break down this box, throw it in your recycling, and then this, I think, I don't know. I don't think this is. Maybe this is recyclable. I don't know. Can you throw this in your cardboard, whatever recycling? I don't know if you can or not. But it's supposed to be like biodegradable or whatever. So here's that, the Mazda, and this is a cool casting. The hood shuts nice. There's not a crazy gap there. Looks pretty good. The paint on my particular example's got a little bit of orange peel to it. No big deal. Chrome base. We got Tampo details for the rear, rotary 88. And then also for the front, and I'm guessing we're going to have some details under the hood. The hood opens only that far, but underneath you can see there we do have some details. So overall, pretty neat casting. I dig it. I think it's pretty cool. I don't think we've seen it in like a premium with the rubber tires yet. Maybe we will at some point. Would not be opposed. So I like that. What should we look at next? Let's look at this fresh Cherries. Ford Maverick. Of course, they don't put what the whole series is on the back because I don't even know how many of these there are. There seem to be a ton of them, and I don't know if there's any resource where you can go and look and find out when you're missing. It's kind of nice sometimes, like for example, like this. Sometimes it's kind of nice not to know because then you can still be surprised when you see one like, oh, I don't have that color of the Ford Maverick. I think I have this in yellow, maybe, of this particular casting, but I do not have it in white. And now we've got this Ford Maverick in white. And if you're not familiar with the fresh Cherries, these are Motor Max. Motor Max still makes diecast. They make larger scale, more often like a 124. They make some affordable, I think 124 scale, I think is what it is. And they're still out there making stuff. But they used to do a little 164 scale line, the fresh Cherries. And they also did an American Graffiti line as well. Both of them pretty neat. Metal base, metal body. You know, kind of premium before premium 164 was really, really popular, right? Like it is today, which is, now you got lots of different brands that make lots of different stuff. I don't think anybody really does a 164 premium version of this car other than, well, maybe Johnny Lightning does. But you get inserted details for headlights. You got the actual like waffling there of the headlight, which is cool. You got that texture. This one, no, there's no opening parts, but you do get there's a plastic piece up front for the grill, all that. It is kind of fully detailed. Plastic piece for the bumper, inserts for the taillights. Again, metal base, metal body. It's screwed together. This particular example doesn't roll all that well. But easily modified if you want to just take out a couple screws. These kind of remind me of Shelby Collectibles a little bit, but Shelby Collectibles had like opening parts and stuff, which those are actually in hindsight are very, very nice. And these kind of have a charm to them. They did some weird like Malaise cars, and they just did some vehicles that just really didn't get represented anywhere else in diecast, and some of them still have not. And I think that that's kind of neat. You know, they have their own little place in my collection. I think it's cool. So it would be cool to take a look at my whole collection of these. I've got quite a few, you know, maybe like 30 or so models. And it would be fun to take a look at that. And I think we should sometime in the near future. All right. So then I got this is... And like as I'm thinking and as I keep opening this stuff up and as I'm thinking and brainstorming as we're going through this stuff, I just keep thinking of more and more video ideas that I could possibly do. I just think it's going to be fun. All right. This is an Indianapolis Champions Collection Johnny Lightning Limited Edition pace car with the 1970 Al Unser car. And this came out 1996 is the copyright date. Playing Mantis. Go ahead and open it up. So these are older Johnny Lightnings. Comes with this little cardboard dilly. And then we've got the cars. So official pace car, olds. Again, these are older Johnny Lightning castings. They look a little goofy. They got kind of their own little style to them. And they're really kind of downhill racers. This thing is very... I bet you this thing's super quick. It rolls so smoothly. Barely touch it and the thing goes. This one too actually is pretty smooth. And then you got this guy. Which they've actually released this casting fairly recently again, I think. If I recall correctly, maybe not. But there's this kind of neat. All plastic. They're metal on metal with plastic wheels. No biggie. Still got some charm to them. It's kind of, you know, they're not exact 1/64 scale replicas, not even close. But they're cool. They're different. So I like them. All right. Since we are on Johnny Lightning, we'll stay on Johnny Lightning here for a moment. I'll go park these guys back here. And we'll grab this guy. Here's another Oldsmobile. The Hearst Harry Olds. Hot Rod Magazine. This was sold at Walmart for $2.96. Collect All 24 Hot Rod Magazine. These were classic cover cars from your favorite magazine. And this is release 1. There's a list of the vehicles that are in release 1 on the back. And of course this car. So this is your classic Johnny Lightning cardboard packaging. It comes with a little card there with, I assume, the cover of the magazine, of said magazine. Cruise-O-Matic for Drags, Hot Rod Harry Olds. Hearst twin engine, four-wheel drive fuel-burning smoker. Well, isn't that cool? It's got 2 engines in it, and I see them now. You got one in the back. That blower facing forward, and one in the front. Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, she's a gas guzzler. That I'm sure is for sure. I bet you it's hot in there when you're driving. I bet you it's real hot. What a crazy build, though. You can see it's got the exhaust right there and right there. So I wonder... What did they do? It does look like it's possible that it had the transmissions. Maybe one controlled the front wheel. It's probably an all-wheel drive, right? A front wheel and rear wheel drive engine. Kind of, you know, minus the fuel, it'd be kind of like an electric car. And I bet she was pretty quick, too. Maybe. I don't know. But kind of a neat Johnny Lightning. I don't think I've got an example of this at all. I don't recall them ever releasing this when they're under the round 2 umbrella. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. This is cool. I think it's neat. So definitely a cool Johnny Lightning. I'm glad I picked that one up. All right. Moving on, we got another one. We've got the 1967 Pontiac GTO in the Pro Collector Storage tin. Popular vanity plate on the GTO is the grrr lettering, harkening back to the 1966 Pontiac ad featuring a real tiger gold poly. So this is the collector tin release, which the cars are really nice in this release typically. The thing I'm not a huge fan of is this collector tin, because I'm never going to really use it. I mean, I like a box for cars, but I don't think I'm ever going to store my cars in the collector tin. It's just, I don't know about the diecast banging around inside of a tin. And I know that this brings up the cost to the consumer. So that's my opinion. But here's the GTO. Really neat. This one, you know, I just basically collect it because it's a GTO. It's a 1967 Pontiac GTO. The copyright date on the bottom is 1998, so this is an older Johnny Lightning casting. It's got a opening hood with some details under there. And of course, we get painted details all around the car, and it looks pretty decent. We got a little rub off on the bumper there. GTO, don't you know? Black top. I like how the wheels match the paint of the car. I'm a fan of that. I got the red line tires, rubber tires, and it rolls. And it's pretty nifty. All right. We'll set that there. And what should we look at next? All right, we'll stick with the round 2 then for a minute, and we'll look at some square bodies. We got the 1983 Chevy Silverado, Weekend of Wheels, and man, they just released the newer Chevy truck. And man, people are going crazy over that casting. This latest release of Autoworld has been hitting the pegs, and I've actually been lucky enough I found 3 on the pegs, but I've not found that truck. And yeah, I'm glad I ordered cases because, I don't know, I think they've been showing up and they've just been disappearing right away. So I did find 3 cars from it, and we'll show those in a different episode. But yeah, Weekend of Wheels, a square body. It's another square body. I think the Autoworld square body is a little past its prime at this moment. Definitely was super exciting when this came out. So many different hobby releases have come out of it. Some of them really, really cool. Some of them kind of mediocre. This one kind of falls somewhere in the middle for me. I like the color and stuff like that. It looks kind of neat. It's not rolling though for some reason. But the square bodies, you know, they're cool. They're great. Autoworld is the best one. I like it better than the M2. Well, I'm biased, but I really love the square body casting. I think it's awesome. You know, we've just seen hundreds of them now, and I think it's kind of past its prime. Maybe needs a little break for a little bit, but, you know, I'm still kind of checking them off one by one. There's a few I'm still missing. Just to catch up with the regular releases. Maybe one day we'll do a full square body video. That's going to be a lengthy one and a pain to make, but we'll do it at some point. I might have time to do it. Diecast Z, here's another one. We get one in like faux Advan livery. And I would say it's faux Advan livery because it's not, there's no Advan actual licensing, I think, involved in this. It's just got the red and black look. And here it is. I'm still missing, I think, the Advan, the actual like Advan colored Supra that Diecast Z put out. I'm still missing that one. I gotta get that off the list. I gotta. And like sometimes I go back and I can't even remember, did I get that one off the list or not? And really, Diecast's been helping me out with all these missing Auto World releases. He's been searching them on eBay for me and finding them and getting them for me. And I really appreciate that. That's kind of how he pays me to hub for him, and I really, really appreciate it. So it takes the pressure off of me trying to find these things, and I really do. Like I said, I appreciate it. All right, so kind of cool. This is a pretty decent looking one. Not bad. Again, square body. Might be boring to you by now, but there it is. All right. What should we do next? What should we do next? We'll save. I got some Hot Wheels we're going to save for last. I think we should go into a brand I actually haven't really looked at too much on the channel in a while. We got Greenlight. This is a hobby exclusive Greenlight. And my goodness, the thickness of the plastic on this packaging is insane. Compared to like this, this is insane. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this open. I'm gonna stab myself here with the sharp wow, this is very unnecessarily thick plastic. It is like double, I would say, the thickness of the other ones. And I hate Greenlight packaging. I honestly do. I don't like the plastic, and it's not because, you know, I'm all, you know, whatever, environment, yay, and plastic sucks and all that. I mean, plastic does probably suck, but it's just, I don't know, I hate having to use the scissors to open up this stuff. If I don't have to, I'd rather not. All right, so Keep On Van, and this is a hobby exclusive Greenlight release. You know, Greenlight's been under new ownership and stuff, and I really haven't seen any, like, anything come out of that yet. And I thought it would be a little quicker to come out, but I don't know. There's supposed to be some crazy detailed Greenlights that are going to come out that are like with moving parts maybe and stuff, and I don't know. I've yet to see it. I guess we'll see what happens as time goes on. But here you go. Looking pretty nifty. Got a sunset. You know, the printing on this isn't super fantastic either. It's got a little dot matrixy as well. But I had to get this van. I collect this Dodge van, or I did in the past. I probably am not caught up with that. I don't think they've really released the casting in a while. But copyright date 2011, so that kind of tells you how old the casting is. And I have a ton of these vans. They did the Dodge and the Chevy. Those were the two big ones back in the day. And I've got loads of those. It kind of sucks because there's really no like solid resource that will bring you all the way to current Greenlight. There's the Wyatt. Wyatt's, you know, he does the Johnny Lightning one, and he does the Auto World one, which is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. He used to do a Greenlight one, and it's archived on the web, but won't bring you to current releases, so it's not maintained, and it just stinks. Like, why is there no... How can you be a diecast company and not at least have someone help you with it, like archive and, you know, just like have your complete collection of what you've produced, like out there somewhere in a resource? And it's sad that Greenlight doesn't have that. Honestly, I think it would make more collectible. The Greenlight would be more collectible. I think maybe more people would be really into it. Maybe if there was some sort of resource they could go find out what they're missing. It's just my opinion. I mean, I always loved going down deep dives of castings, you know, like where I've got, oh, I like this van, let's go down and see it. And when I started collecting Hot Wheels, I was like, oh, you know, I really like this casting or whatever. I'd love the resource to go see it. And you had that South Texas Diecast. There's a Hot Wheels wiki and stuff like that, which isn't always accurate, but it's still like you could look and you could see like a bunch of other stuff that you're missing for the same casting, and it's organized. And I don't know, your Greenlight is like really missing the boat on that one. So in my opinion. There's something for Auto World. There's something for Johnny Lightning. Mini GT does their own on their own website, which is fantastic. And I'm sure it's difficult to maintain and whatever, but it is what it is. Like, you should be able to do it. It shouldn't be that hard. And it's just, you know, sad. I had this really good Kyosho resource too, but that's like defunct and not on the web anymore. And it's just sad. It's sad that we don't have the option to go ahead and find that stuff. So, all right, this next one is the Ford Mustang Mach-E. And here's this abomination of the Ford Mustang. California Route 1 version. Showroom floor, Series 4. The card art's kind of cool, actually, on this. It's got, like, the window kind of sticker on the side, like the details of it. This is telling me that this gets 98 mpge. What does that even mean? Its driving range is 312 miles, but what does mpge mean? Annual fuel cost $700. Whatever. All right, it doesn't take gas, right? I thought this was fully electric. Somebody will over-explain that in the comments, and that's fine. I see these all over the place now, these Mustangs. And they're very bland looking. That's basically my argument why I don't like it. They're just not super attractive looking. I think they're kind of ugly. They got kind of the Mustang back end and, of course, the Mustang logo on the back. This just doesn't make, like, I don't know. For some reason, it's really, and I don't think for some reason, it just doesn't make any, I don't know, marketing sense to me as to why they would just be like, oh, we'll just call it a Mustang. I mean, why? Why'd you have to do it? Come up with something new for this car. I don't think the Mustang really, I think actually calling it a Mustang, I think turned people off of it more than onto it. In my opinion, the wheels are really cool, though. Look at that. That's a cool wheel. The tread's a little aggressive. This thing rolls really good. Metal on metal. Copyright date 2022. Came out not that long ago. Tooling number GL224. I do like that Greenlight does that. You got the tooling numbers. All right. So that's sort of cool. I don't know. It's got inserted details for headlights. Let's give it some justice here. Pretty sharp logo there. I like the sharp logo. And those are painted taillights. Yes, those are painted, not inserts, which is okay. They look pretty good. Overall, it's a nice casting. Nice casting, boring car. What's a lot more exciting would be this. The 1976 Ford Mustang II Cobra. And in this, like, really cool livery. And, of course, this is the Stampede series, the drive home to the Mustang Stampede. So you Mustang fans, obviously, are going to be into this. There's a list of what's in the set. This is the first time I think I've actually seen this car sitting there, though. So let's go ahead and open it up. I'm going to cut it open here off camera. Some plastic packaging that's a little bit easier to handle than that van. And this one I was a little nervous about getting in the package because it's got that plastic rear wing thing, and I thought that might be a little off. But I had to get this because I thought it looked so cool. Cobra 2, and this is what I'm talking about with the back thing. Anytime you look real close up at one of these, it's not going to be that great. We got painted details for the tail, painted details for the head, and I like the wheels. I like the kind of racing graphics to it. Does the hood open on this sucker? I don't want to rip that off. It does open. So we got an opening hood. Bland motor, just black in there. There's really nothing to look at. But we do have an opening hood that does shut quite well and doesn't really leave too much of a gap. That's really good. Wheels are really good. Overall, I think this piece is pretty cool. I'm digging it. What do you guys think? Pretty nifty. Pretty nifty indeed, and the sucker rolls. All right. Setting that aside, we got some Hot Wheels to look at, and then we out for episode 400 and possibly the last. 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Why not open another Mustang? Again, this is bland. I like this casting, though. I kind of collect this casting. And I don't know if we really need to look deep into it. There you go. There's some dot matrix printing for you. Looks sharper up here. And kind of dot matrixy there. I don't know if there's any difference between this one and the other one that had come out that looks exactly like it previous. Not sure, but I picked this one up. So there you go. We got it. That's what we're looking at. All right. Following that up with the Toyota AE86 Sprinter Trueno in the Hot Wheels Boulevard series, number 78. Boulevard, hardest series to get here in the U.S. They're available at Walmart's. They show up and they go away, or like for some reason one particular casting gets completely ignored, and that piles up on the pegs, and it prevents new cars from coming in sometimes, I think. So I don't know. That kind of sucks. This is a frustrating series to collect, I will say that. But I've been lucky to have some friends help me out with some stuff. I think, overpaid for these a little bit. What is that? There's like some weird crusty... somebody's booger. I don't have a tool to take that out. I probably shouldn't do this, but... what is that? Alright, well, we're going to stop messing with it. I think I just chipped the corner of it. No, I didn't. It's just got that weird... it's almost like a crusty rubber band. What is that? It's really like a booger. Crusty booger. Anywho, there's that there. Kind of disappointing considering I don't even remember exactly what I paid for these. I think maybe even 15 bucks for this car. Too much. Too much. But it's a cool car nonetheless. Real Advan livery. Not fake Advan livery, which this is. But the color looks a lot nicer and brighter on that one, I'll tell you that, than it does on this, because at least they didn't print the red on, at least it's paint. But yeah, I'll have to take care of that booger on there. Don't know what that is. All right, it's got a lot of red here. So Volkswagen Caddy. I like this casting. It's pretty cool. This is number 67. Dot matrix. Dot matrix. Look at that fender. Dude, like that is just like egregious. Like, couldn't they just do black? I mean, I know they had to put the silver in there for the whatever, but the rivets or screws or whatever they are. That's one hairy skateboard. All right, so it is what it is. But again, this is a tough series to find, so collecting it's difficult. It's a pain, but I am glad when I get them checked off. It does make me a little happy. This one's really cool. 91 GMC Cyclone. Let's open that sucker up. That's pretty. I like the color. I like that color with white. This looks actually really good. I think that's actually like paint or a tampo. And yeah, I think this is a cool version of Psycho. This is a cool version of this truck. I actually like it a lot. This is really nice. Really nice. Kind of older Real Rider tires. I don't necessarily like that style all that much, but they've used it on trucks a lot in the past. It's got thick wheels, but I do, or like, you know, wheels with big sidewalls. I think this looks good, though. I'm definitely digging this one. I think my favorite of the Boulevard that we're looking at here today. And then the Mitsubishi Lancer. It's a Lancer. It's red. And it's decent. We'll say decent. What do you guys think? Evil Lancer. Evil Lancer California plate. Nasty looking dot matrixy tempos. Blah, 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 blah. And it's okay. It's okay. This is better. Definitely. All right. And, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I think we looked at like 20 cars today. And that's what we have been doing. I've basically been counting to 20 when I've been doing these episodes, in case you didn't notice. Sometimes 25. Most of the time it's been 20. And it's just been random. And, what did I want to open today? And we can do that still. It'll just be a little more split up, smaller episodes. You guys, let me know what you think. All right. But I do want to say I sincerely appreciate anybody that's supported the channel, anybody that's been helping me out with finding stuff, all sorts of stuff. People are way, way kind in this hobby. There's a lot of kindness in this hobby. Some nasty stuff too, but don't focus on that stuff. Focus on the good stuff and good philosophy for anything in life, really. And then, yeah, 400 episodes in the books, and I think we're going to move on, and I'm going to stay away from doing series. There's going to be playlist. I'm going to stay away from the dedicated day videos where it's like Tuesday, 10 car Tuesday. Like, I don't think I'll be doing that. I might do a 10 car Tuesday every once in a while, but it's not going to be like an every Tuesday thing. I just don't want to commit to kind of that stuff. We want to stay flexible and stay having fun. That's the goal. So hopefully you guys are behind me in that. All right. So thank you again. And, we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.